All right, I think we're all assembled now. For those that don't know you, my name is Clifford Smith. I'm the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Cleveland Cliffs, and I still have oversight for what I consider one of my pet projects from when this was a field 38 months ago. We were sitting in almost the exact same area of ground when we had our ribbon cutting or our ground breaking ceremony, and it's pretty exciting that we have invested $1 billion to date in this cutting edge technology. I'm very excited to have all of you here today, and we have a few speakers. We've been able to expand a little bit as we've all gotten vaccines, but we'll start with Mayor Wade Kapsakavich from the city of Toledo. Mayor Wade has presided over the economic growth of the Toledo area as the treasurer, councilman, and the mayor since 2018. The mayor has been a great supporter of our project. The couple times I did call the mayor's office, I did get a phone call right back. And I appreciate that support, Mayor Wade. And I'll turn it over to you for your remarks.
If we did call you right back, it's because we knew you weren't complaining about a pothole. Those calls aren't called back as swiftly. It's a wonderful day for the city of Toledo and for all the many partners who helped bring us to where we are. I believe I'm going to start thanking some people knowing that I am going to leave others out, and so I should stop myself while I have this thought, but I can't. I want to mention Peter Uvagi, who's here up front in the second row. He is, our Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur just referred to him as the father of East Toledo, and for many years served on city council. When his most recent time on city council, he represented this part of Toledo, and he was here on that day when we broke ground, and I'm glad that he's here today for the ribbon cutting. I see Alex Johnson from Midwest Terminals, and Dean Monsky from RGP, Thomas Winston from the Port Authority. So many, here I go, I'm going to leave people out, but so many, Jobs Ohio, wonderful partners, helped us get to where we are. Site Selection Magazine has been giving out what it calls the Governor Cup since the 1880s, believe it or not. Now, it wasn't always called Site Selection Magazine, and their award wasn't always called the Governor's Cup, although I suspect Mr. DeWine enjoys that name. But it's the same publication, and it's the same award, and they've been giving it out for 130 years. It really is the gold standard for cities and states to compete for when it comes to investment and economic development. And for 130 years, Toledo has been competing for that award. In the last several years, we've always been in the top 3, top 5, top 10. But in 2020, we won the Governor's Cup. And what that is okay, thank you. So we are the #1 city in the entire country in new business development. Not just #1 in Ohio, not just #1 among cities that start with the letter T, although we are also ahead of Tacoma and Tulsa, but #1 in the entire country. This is not an award you apply for. This isn't an award that you can lobby for and schmooze the committee. This is just a raw calculus equation of square feet developed divided by dollars invested, probably with some square root in there also. But in other words, it is a absolutely objective calculation of how much investment's going on. And of all the years for Toledo to win this award, we won it in the middle of a pandemic. And that speaks to the character of our city and the resilience of our citizens. They Well, I suppose it was in Hamlet that we learned that we always know who we are, but we never know who we're going to become. I think that was Hamlet. Ophelia. It was Ophelia, so yes, that was Hamlet. We always know who we are, but we don't know what we're going to become. And that's true. That's been true in the almost 200-year journey of our city. There have been times that we have made glass. There have been times that we brewed beer and made horse carriages and built automobiles and transmissions and parts for the lunar landing program. We've done it all. We couldn't have known when this area was a swamp, as it was hundreds of years ago, that one day we would be doing these things. But we've become that because of what is always inherent in the character of a Toledoan, and that is resilience, grittiness, hard work, and the ability to innovate. So today, we're celebrating the iron ore trade in some ways, and the commerce from the Upper Lakes down to our port, second largest on the Great Lakes, by the way. But at other times, we might be celebrating industries that involve coding, tech, light manufacturing, or anything. Toledoans can do everything, and we have over the years, and that is because of our character. I suppose if there's anything good about having been knocked down a number of times over the years, as we have been, as so many cities in this part of the country have been, if there's anything good about that, it's that you know how to get back up. You know how to pull yourself up off the canvas, dust yourself off, and fight back. And for 200 years, the city has been doing that. And because of that character and that attitude, we here today celebrate another victory, a victory that has helped us win this award and is going to sustain our economy as we build for the future. I'm happy just to be a small part of it, representing the citizens of Toledo. Thank you for your investment and your hard work, and congratulations for all that you've done and all that you will do for our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Wade. It's much easier to say Mayor Wade, but our next speaker today is Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur. Congresswoman Kaptur is the representative for the 9th Congressional District and has been a fantastic supporter of our
space launch. Thank you so very much. 490, how high? 494 feet high. I believe it's now the highest point
in the entire Great Lakes, both sides.
There you go. Let's applaud ourselves for that. Group of people. And to do so without life being taken. For me, that is truly the greatest credit to those responsible for this investment in the future of this country. Thank you. Thank you for your workmanship. Thank you for the fearless days that you spent here. Most Americans can guarantee you there are going to be a lot of jobs associated with moving that particular project forward as the ore moves from the Iron Range in Minnesota through that constricted region of the locks now and down here to Toledo. It's a new day for the Great Lakes, I'm telling you. It is going to be just so exciting for us. So for all of you who have borne the lashes of an economy that hasn't worked, know that your lives have been spent in what is really important for this country. It's important for industry, and it's important for the security of the country. And you've been a part of this great story. So you should be very proud as you leave here today that you never gave up, that you were there for America when she most needed you. The last thing I want to say is that I am so honored to be a part of this effort. I'm old enough to remember when this was the Chevron site years ago, and we lamented the fact that it closed as we watched American industry disappear before our eyes. We have lived it. And those of you who have not moved away, or those of you who have come here because you've seen new opportunity, thank you for helping us retool America for the future. I know that Lourenco has a slideshow, and I've seen it, about the competition we face globally. It is very serious, and it is very unfair. And as we celebrate today, we know that a nation like China purposefully is making 4 times as much steel as the world consumes in a year. And then she strategically dumps it. She is investing strategically in Latin America, which is Lourenco's home, on the nuclear front, and we should be competing there more effectively than we are. But we really are in a race for the kind of country we are versus the competition. And I want to thank you, Lourenco. You didn't have to do this with your life. You have built a company that was really tattered, and you've built it back in Cleveland, Ohio, and in Toledo, Ohio, and in all the mills that you operate. Thank you for helping America be all it could be as we enter the 21st century. God bless you all. Thank you.
Two more of our allies were unable to join today. Senator Sherrod Brown has been a supporter of Cleveland Cliffs as well as our project, representing the state of Ohio since 2007. And we will have Erica Kraus read a letter from Senator Brown at this time.
Thank you, everyone. Mr. Goncalves, please allow me to extend my congratulations as we celebrate the ribbon cutting of the Toledo Direct Reduction Plant. This day was made possible thanks to Cleveland Cliffs' commitment to Toledo, the hundreds of Ohio workers who built this facility, and the United Steelworkers who make Ohio's manufacturing workforce the best in the nation. Ohio workers and manufacturers can compete with anyone in the world if they have a level playing field. That's why I'm fighting for trade policy that supports Ohio steelworkers and companies like Cleveland Cliffs. I'm committed to making sure that we support this facility by enforcing our laws and holding accountable any of our competitors that try to cheat the rules. This facility represents the future of American steel. It is creating new, good union jobs where Ohio workers can earn a living wage and have dignity at work. Toledo was built on American manufacturing, and the opening of this facility continues that proud Ohio tradition. Thank you for your leadership, your work to make Ohio a leading steel producer. I look forward to seeing all that Cleveland Cliffs and American steel workers will do to ensure that Ohio remains one of America's leading manufacturing states. Sincerely, United States Senator Sherrod Brown.
Rob Portman is our other sitting senator, and he is also in session. Today, Kayla Schreffler will read a letter from Senator Portman.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for having me. I know the senator really wishes he could be here today. I just have a brief note I'll read from him.
Yeah, give it a
Oh, okay. Thank you. Dear friends, congratulations on the opening of Cleveland Cliffs' first direct reduction plant in Toledo, Ohio. I extend my warmest welcome to those gathered for the ribbon-cutting ceremony, and I applaud the outstanding dedication of all involved in reaching this milestone. The commitment that Cleveland Cliffs demonstrates to Ohio through its continued investment in the region is commendable. Please accept my best wishes as you celebrate, and keep in touch. Sincerely, United States Senator Rob Portman.
just a hair taller. So, Governor DeWine has had a long, distinguished career representing the state of Ohio in a vast number of positions, whether Attorney General, prosecutor, senator, congressman, lieutenant governor, U.S. senator. You did really good, Governor DeWine. We're very happy to have you here supporting us today on our ribbon cutting ceremony.
Thanks. Cliff, thank you very much. This is an exciting and a great day for Toledo, a great day for Northwest Ohio, great day for Ohio, and great day really for this country. I want to say something about my friend Marcy Kaptur. Marcy and I came to the U.S. House of Representatives together. We are friends. No one has more passion, more understanding of Northwest Ohio than Marcy does. And she and I were just talking about it. She's still there. She's still battling on. And I told Marcy, my wife always says, I just can't keep a job. So that's my, different jobs, as Cliff said. But thank you, Marcy, for what you do. Wade, Mayor? Mayor and I have gotten to know each other real well in the last 15 months. And I'm going to say this, and I don't think anybody can dispute it. Mayor, I don't think in the history of Ohio there's ever been a mayor of Toledo and a governor of the state of Ohio that have talked more than you and I have. Literally. Mayor and I are on the phone sometimes 2 and 3 times a week, usually about the pandemic, but about other things as well. And I just appreciate that partnership and appreciate, Mayor, you very, very, very much and your passion for Toledo and your understanding of where the city needs to go. Appreciate it. Lourenco, thank you. Thank you for your passion, what you care about. What we're seeing today shows that manufacturing, steelmaking, the steel industry, all are alive and well in Northwest Ohio and the state of Ohio. This is a very, very good day. First time I met Cliff, first time I met Lourenco, I was just so impressed by their passion, by their dedication, by their idea that we can do it. Not only can we do it in Ohio, do it in this country, but we can do it better, we can do it cleaner, and we can produce a better product. And our workers are the best in the world. He has that conviction. And it's that conviction and the reality of that that's got us here today. Now, they put over $1 billion with a B dollars into this. And Lourenco said, well, we need a little help from the state. I said, you don't need $1 billion, right? So, but we committed, and we were in, and we remain in. And this has been a joint effort with the city, the state. It's all coming together today. Let me also say about the workers who built this. We're going to have the chance to look through here later on, take a little tour. Got a little mini tour early on. But what a magnificent project done with no fatalities, done by American workers during a pandemic. I mean, just think about that. An absolutely phenomenal thing. Very, very, very proud about what these workers have done. Steel from here ultimately goes into our cars, goes into car parts, goes into steel-plated tanks for our national defense, and on and on. And we're making this right here in the state of Ohio. I get asked a lot after 15 months of the pandemic, what have we learned? And I think we learned a lot of things, but let me tell you one thing that was apparent to me very, very early. And that is, when it comes to defense, when it comes to national security We have to make it here. We cannot be dependent on China. We cannot be dependent on Russia. What we're seeing today is a testament to that belief. The first thing we saw in the pandemic was supply chains torn to hell in regard to China. We saw and learned, to our dismay, that most of the personal protection equipment that was protecting our doctors and our nurses and people who work in nursing homes was made not in the United States, made in China, made in other countries. And I'll spare you what we went through and what our hospitals went through, but we never want to see that again. We are now making, thanks to Ohio workers, Ohio manufacturers, we are making some of that PPE now in Ohio that we did not make before. And I know that Lourenco will talk about this, because he and I have talked about this in the past with Marcy, but our ability to make this here all the way through, not be dependent on something coming out of Russia, not being dependent on something coming out of China, is absolutely essential to the future.
All right, Lourenco, our final speaker. I'll let you bring us home to our ribbon cutting.
Good morning. Pleasure to be here. It's a very difficult act to follow from my great friends, Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur and my Governor Mike DeWine, as well as Mayor Wade. It's a great pleasure to be here with them. All three of them were here with me when we broke ground. And I'm so happy that they are here with me again to see a high-tech plant in operation. This is technology. We need to start here in the United States to start calling a spade a spade. This is not an app. This doesn't work out of an iPhone. We are building things. We are building things that we need. We are building things that made this country the envy of the world. That's what we were until 20, 25, 30 years ago. And we still am. We still are. We're still here. We are the envy of the world. And the ones that are denying that, they're denying for a reason. And they are following our playbook. What's China? Congresswoman Kaptur talked about China. Governor DeWine talks about China. I talk a lot about China. China is our copycat. China is building, has already done manufacturing, following our playbook. China is building a middle class. That's our playbook. This is a country that was built around middle class. This is a country that was built around good wages. This is a country that was built around good paying middle class union jobs. That's what this country was about, is about, and will be about. Because we are not going to win. We are winning. And they are watching from the other side of the world, and they are seeing what we're doing. So what we're doing, when people are talking about, let's go green, let's be environmentally friendly, that's our response. And we start breaking ground in this place 3 years ago. This place is green. The smoke that you see in the smokestacks is not smoke, it's steam, it's water, H2O. There's no pollution out of this plant. We use natural gas to reduce iron. What's environmentally friendly way possible that will ever be accomplished through the rest of the world? They need, they meaning China, Europe, Japan, South Korea, Brazil, keep going. They will need another 20 to 30 years just to catch up with what we have here. But in 20 years, Cleveland-Cliffs and the steel industry in the United States we will be 40 years ahead of them because we're not stopping. We have a lot more in store. When the governor talks about the ingenuity of the American worker, this is a testament for that. We had to be resilient, and we had to be creative to finish this plant. We were faced with a pandemic that at the time that the pandemic hit, we did not know what to do because it was new for everybody, including for us. And I was on the phone with Governor DeWine, and I can't thank Josh Rubin enough for facilitating. Where's Josh? Josh is here somewhere. For facilitating that and putting me in touch with my good friend Mike DeWine to let him know that we can't stop. We need to continue to produce. Our processes are 24/7. We'll find ways to protect our people, so we did. We kept operating. We developed the protocols that were later adopted by Ohio, by Pennsylvania, by Illinois, by Indiana. We developed those, and we are proud of that. And in places that was impossible to do it because we're here in Toledo, we're in the final stages of commissioning the plant. We had electricians on top, working on top of each other in order to connect wires and finish the installation. We had no choice. We had to stop. And we stopped, and we created the protocols, and we got it done. And it was a long process, but it shows how we can do things through adversity. It all started with myself, Cliff Smith, visiting here with Alex Johnson to this empty site. It all started with our first meeting with the local officials. Pete was there. Where's Pete? Over there. He was there. And then Attorney General DeWine was here. And he crashed my meeting. Said, "Can I stay?" I said, "Of course." And he joined. And he was here from the very beginning. And we walked through that, all the way through construction. I would not be here without Terry Fedor. Terry, please, raise your hand. Without Wendell Carter. Wendell's here. Ladeo Combs. Ladeo is here. Without my site manager, process manager, Matt Ray. Where's Matt? Matt's here. Without Nathan Berry. Where's Nathan? Nathan's my disagreements. Let's find the common way. We can put money behind good causes like this plant. We'll continue to do regardless. It will be a lot easier if we are, again, the United States of America. That's what we are. We are the envy of the world. That's the proof. Thank you so much.
It's always a tough act to follow with Lourenco. But now I would be remiss. We can't name every business partner we had. Our partner, Alex Johnson, the Port Authority, our landlord, as well as all the building trades that supported us throughout this entire time. I could go on forever, but I think it's time now to move to the actual ribbon cutting. We'll move out to the ribbon cutting, and then we'll let this group of four come back for a press conference, and a lot of us can take a look at the plant or just congratulate each other on a project well executed. Thank you to the Iron Units team for everything that you've done over the last 3 years. Thank you.